Welcome to the Top Shelf Grumbling podcast with Dan the Don Walls. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors, Lawn Hub for all your lawn care needs, Price Cutter, the best meat in town, Hale Steak, Russell Motors, go see Austin, he's got what you need, Butcher Block Restaurant, voted Best Biscuit and Best Breakfast 2025. Coming to you from the Wilder Fitness Studio, presenting a Where You Media production. This is Top Shelf Grumbling.
Welcome back to Top Shelf Grumbling, here live from the Butcher Block. It's Thursday. We're going into week 3 of college football. But before we get started, we want to address the horrible incident that happened yesterday. Senseless act of violence, political violence at that. And before we get started, we'll have a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. Thoughts and prayers with his family. So, moment of silence here for him. All right, guys. So, going into week 3 of college football, week 2 of NFL, we got the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers going right now in the fourth quarter. Packers up 17-10.
I'm taking a loss on this one as well.
That was quick.
It's not over with yet. It's not over with yet.
Dan, what's your sentiment?
About the weekend or what?
About the weekend.
I've
we
got
got college football. Let's start off with college football.
We got a couple of Ole Miss and Arkansas here, and there's been some weird. The line started out about 10. Now I think I saw it at 6 or 6.5 earlier. But you got a bunch of these lines that are doing that. Like LSU and Florida's the same way. It started out about the same. Now it's down to 6 or 7. I think it's just. That goes back to what we were talking about the other night, parity in college football. It's just, I don't think Vegas really knows what to put these lines at. I mean, I don't really know what to say about it either. I don't think anybody does. But I mean, I think it's good. It gives everybody a chance, and I'm here for it.
Well, yeah, so you bring up Arkansas and the Rebels here. Ole Miss has them at home, night game at home. Ole Miss has been really good over the last few years since Kiffin's arrived. At night games especially, but, you know.
How many games he lost at home? He ain't lost very many home games.
No, I saw the record the other day, and I did not memorize it. 5 games? I think I lost 5 games over the last.
It was only like 1 or 2 in the past 3 years or something, I'm pretty sure.
Kentucky
and.
What a joke.
Kentucky.
Yeah, so that. I'm sure we're going to take those games later on in the podcast. But looking at that game, we'll start there. You know, what's your sentiment on that, and what do you see forecast in Oxford come Saturday?
Besides, it's going to be very hot.
It's going to be super hot. I think that the Rebels are going to come out and do their job. Arkansas has looked real good the past 2 weeks against 2 kind of no-name teams, and they could come out and surprise us. But the Rebels at home have looked good consistently the last 2-3 years, and I just think that they'll handle business.
You know, last year Ole Miss beat the hell out of them, but that's kind of an anomaly. The last 10 years or so, these games have come down to wild and crazy finishes, 2 or 3 points here and there.
Well, and we were talking about it.
So I expect a close game. I mean, I really do.
That's what we were talking about it the other day in one of our group messages. Everybody was like, "Is Kentucky the new Hogs for Ole Miss?" I don't think Arkansas is still that team for Ole Miss. I think Lane Kiffin's going to handle business.
I hope so, but I'm worried. I think it's going to be a close game.
The SEC has been so wide open. I mean, you look at what LSU did week 1 versus what they did last week.
Didn't look very good last week.
Did not look very good.
Didn't look very good last week.
Ole Miss has had struggles both games on turnovers, specifically interceptions. Arkansas is one of those teams, even though regardless of who they're playing, I don't think Arkansas State's complete pushover. That's what they finished 7-6 last year with the bowl game.
I was kind of surprised Arkansas beat them Arkansas State as bad as they did.
Arkansas has played really sound football. With 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Taylor Green. I think he comes out this year. I mean, he's obviously super athletic. I think last year we got him. He was a little banged up, kind of helped us out a little bit with that defensive front. So I'm kind of anxious to see what we do, what kind of pressure we put, to see what kind of scheme that Pete Golden throws out against them. You can't just send the house on that guy neither. I think we're going to have to.
He can hurt you with his legs. I mean,
the only hole that I really have seen in Ole Miss's defense in 2 weeks is the only problem is they allow a lot of long downfield passes.
Well, that was kind of the name last year too. That's what beat us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A couple games last year was just the deep ball defensive backs.
If they can find a solution to that, I think Ole Miss's defense ranks up there with one of the best in the SEC.
Well, we'll keep it local here on the next one. I mean, State's got Alcorn State coming off a big win last week.
Big win.
You know, Alcorn State, I don't expect this game to be anywhere close to being competitive.
I haven't seen a line out on it yet.
I was going to say, they still hadn't put a line out on it.
All those games, like they might not put it out till Friday night or Saturday morning on some of those teams like that. It'll be, I figured, in the high 30s at least. But first, I got a tip for y'all. Quit putting all these parlays in. You can't win by putting a bunch of parlays in. Put you a bunch of straight bets in, then put you one parlay in. That's it. That's the tip from the Don for the week, by the way.
Was that a shot at Bethune?
It wasn't a shot at anybody. Just you can't. I used to do the same stuff when I first started gambling. Try to put a bunch of parlays and teasers in.
Sounded like a shot at Bethune.
You can't do it. Like I said, put your straight bets in, then you can throw a long shot parlay in there, but don't put a bunch of parlays in.
How many legs you stick with on those? You 3 or 4?
3 or 4, usually 3. But hell, none of them they never hit. Usually,
I don't know. I hit a lot of parlays last year, and I hit another big one last weekend. Big 5-legger.
No one hits a ton of parlays.
Maybe once in a blue moon, maybe, but like I want to parity in college football. Like look at these spreads. It'll end up being like NFL. All these SEC spreads are going to end up being about 10 points at the highest. It's going to be within a touchdown, but I don't know how you bet that because all the games are going to be close. I think
it'd be real hard to bet.
And you're going to have, like I say, I think you're going to have a bunch of 9-3 teams at the end of the year trying to jockey for a playoff spot. I'm ready to see how it plays out.
Yeah, absolutely.
May lose your ass gambling on it, but just be careful.
Florida loses last week to South Florida in just a heartbreak fashion. I know the Florida fans are just fed up.
I wasn't that heartbroken about it.
No.
Me neither.
So, Florida plays that bad. LSU did not show out last week, but they beat a really, really good Clemson team by 10 at the Great Value Death Valley. And they bring Florida in this week, night game in Baton Rouge. That game's a touchdown, and I'm seeing the hook right here.
That line's fishy.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw it earlier. It was at 7. It's been floating at 7 and 7.5 for about a day or two.
Speaking of that, I got a new thing. I got a few things that I've wrote down here this week.
Flipping through the notebook.
Through my notebook. There's a few fishy lines that have stuck out to me this weekend. And there's going to be in the NFL, the 49ers and the Saints. The 49ers are only 3-point favorites. That to me sounds like the fishiest line I've ever heard.
The Saints played the Cardinals pretty good.
Then Georgia Tech and Clemson. Clemson's only a 3-point favorite. That one jumped out to me as being something that's fishy. And Georgia and Tennessee, Georgia being a 3.5-point favorite. That one's kind of interesting as well.
Big Game Seamus has something brewing for that game later on. Keep that down, mark it down.
What
Put a
game?
tab on it. Georgia, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Also, the Colts and the Broncos only a 1-point spread. You know, the Broncos were a playoff team last year. Supposed to be.
Yeah, but Miami looked so bad last week. I just think it made the Colts look that good.
Evidently so.
Maybe Daniel Jones just needed to get out of New York.
Maybe. Sometimes that happens. You know, you've had quarterbacks over the years that had a rebirth after a second chance. Vinny Testaverde. What you call it last year for the Vikings was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Darnold. It was terrible before he got to the Vikings.
Well, he was with the Jets before.
He was somewhere else, too. He was like the Panthers, but they ain't much better,
Jets
I guess.
The Jets are trash.
awful.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, look what he did in the first game. He looked like his old self Sunday when they played him.
He looked good when he was playing for the Jets. He was just running around his whole time. I mean, he was running around for his life.
No, everybody was talking crap about it. He was still like top 10 in every passing category last year.
It's kind of like
a lot of that they were getting their ass kicked, and he was having to throw them behind. But
it's kind of like all the hate that Dan Ray gives Dak, but Dak leads the statistics a lot.
For God's sake,
FFS.
He's good in the regular season. We'll talk about that here in a little bit later too. That game Sunday.
We got one more game that's local. Speaking on the college level, we got App State, Southern Miss. Southern Miss at home in Hattiesburg against App State. App State is only a 3.5-point favorite. Looking back at last year, the season that Southern had, I would take this as a small victory for Southern Miss to only be a 3.5-point dog. Even though at home,
I think
we didn't
you
get to
take
see
Southern Miss in this game.
I think Southern Miss dominates.
I want to think that. I really do want to think that.
Two programs, in my opinion, go in the opposite direction. But Southern Miss is kind of on the rise, I think, and App State they haven't been near as good the past couple of years as they were.
No, they haven't.
Recently.
Well, I'm definitely rooting for the Golden Eagles.
Me too.
Just maybe stay away from this one. Oh me. Well, do you want? Let's jump into the college pick'em for the week.
Yeah.
Somebody want to write this down? Jot this down. I'm definitely behind.
Yeah.
I think I went 6-0 last week.
He did go 6-0.
6-0, and
The standings go the Don 6-0, Little C 4-2, and Big Game Seamus 3-3.
I mean, it's hard to beat 6-0, 0 losses.
I mean, it is hard. I expect you to take a couple losses this week.
I don't expect to. I expect to win every one of them.
You feel that itch on that right cheek?
You're scratching the beat ass again.
You are.
You are.
I'm catching up this week, boys.
You're beat.
My aching ass.
Well, how many we got on the slate this week? 1, 2, 3.
We got a few more this week, I think, than we had last week. I think it's 9.
Yeah, we got 9. Oh, yeah, we got 9 this week.
So we do have the Southern App State on this one.
Yeah, we do have Southern App State.
Impressive. Bold strategy there, Cotton.
All right, Dan Ray, we're gonna start off with you for the Rebs and Hogs. What's your take?
Give me I'm going to take the Rebels in a close game. I think it's going to be close. I mean, the Hogs want revenge from last year. Their quarterback's good. They've looked better Arkansas has looked better so far than I think a lot of people thought they were going to. You got Bobby Petrino, offensive coordinator. He knows what he's doing. I mean,
he does.
I think he still thinks he should be the head coach, but that's neither here nor there. I think if Ole Miss can run the football like I think we can, I think we'll be fine. We just can't have 3 or 4 turnovers, and then who knows? The offensive line's looking a lot better, knock on wood, than it was the first week. But yeah, I did see this after they beat, was it Alabama A&M?
Mm-hmm. Alabama A&M.
John Daly called in even though they beat the hell out of him, John Daly called in to some local radio station in Arkansas and said that Arkansas had the worst defense he's ever seen, that they need to fire everybody and this, that, and the other. So he said after the first week, I don't know, maybe it's true. I hope it is.
I hope so too.
But I'm taking the Rebs in a close. I think it'll be a close game. I think it might even be a shootout.
I got an update for us on the NC State and Wake Forest game. NC State is up 34-24 with 3:56 left in the fourth, and they are driving down the field to score again. I'm gonna win this game, by the way.
Tip your cap.
Tip your cap.
Tip your cap.
All right. So who do y'all like in that game?
Go ahead to you, Big Game Seamus.
You know, I think the Rebels catch their stride offensively here. I may be being a homer. I may be looking positively, but that second half, honestly, after going down 10-0 against Kentucky last week, we kind of found a little stride there.
And we never panicked either. That. We kept we stayed the course.
Never did panic. That's a fact.
I think we took a lot from last year. We didn't play very good from behind last year. We got down. It was like, hey, it's inevitable. We cannot win. And I think we stepped up big time, mostly as far as coaching goes. The right play calls were played. We stayed patient. We stayed the course, and we found stride offensively. I think Austin Simmons come out, and he did a very good job, second half especially, finding open receivers and trying to make something happen with his legs. Gonna have to have that happen throughout the season, just, trying to stay healthy doing it. But I think the Rebels, I think we play it close for a while, but I think the Rebels, I think we take it away late. I think we win by 10.
Okay.
So the Rebels covering, huh?
Right. Ooh, wow. All right. I'm going to take the Rebs. I agree with
Another
Kyle.
group lock.
Another group lock. I think they're going to find their offensive stride.
0-1, mark it down.
Austin Simmons looked bad early this year, throwing a couple interceptions in several games, but I think he's going to fill out this week.
All right. So
All right, Dan Ray. This brings us back around to Clemson versus Georgia Tech.
Clemson has not looked that good. There was a close game between them and LSU, but LSU didn't look that good last week. So Hayes King's playing good for Georgia Tech. That coach has got them really believing. Is that Georgia Tech? I'm taking Georgia Tech here in the upset. Give me Georgia Tech.
Oh,
There
man.
we go.
There it is.
There we go. Man.
Wrong team. The wrong team's favored. The wrong team is favored.
No, Georgia Tech's on the rise. I think Georgia Tech is playing good football. I'm going ultimately. My pick here is solely based off talent. Now, I think Georgia Tech can come out and hit them in the mouth, absolutely. But I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're able to sustain it. I'm going Clemson here on this one.
Oh my.
I do think it's. I think it's close though. Atlanta's going to be rocking. Beautiful stadium, old stadium, great fan base there. We went there not too long ago. What, 3 or 4 years ago?
3 years ago, I think.
Great atmosphere there, but I think ultimately Dabo and talent plays a big factor in this one, and they come out on top.
I think that I just don't think that Clemson's defense is going to be able to handle Georgia Tech's offense, especially the way they looked against Troy last week. I'm going to take Georgia Tech.
Oh.
Neat.
Kyle goes
we're probably
last
big.
again this week. If Kyle finishes last again this week, we're going to have a punishment for him.
All right, well, let's move on to Bama, Wisconsin here. This game is at Bama.
Yeah.
Tuscaloosa, 11 o'clock kickoff. Ooh.
Give me Bama. I think Bama beats the shit out of them. I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be. I don't think Wisconsin scores more than 10 points. I'm kind of surprised Luke Fickell hadn't caught on at Wisconsin. I thought he was a very good hire from Cincinnati. Had he won at Cincinnati, went to the college football playoff.
Joke.
Hadn't done much. He tried to hire Phil Longo, though, to come in and run the spread. That didn't work out either. But
Joke. Score from far.
I just think that progress is going in the wrong direction. Has been for a while. I'm not saying Bama was that good of a team. With jury still out, I think. But give me Bama big. Bama big.
Big.
Bama's a 21.5 point spread on this game. I think it's obvious. I don't think they're going to be able to hang with them. It may be closer first quarter or so. Bama's going to. I think they got shell shot first game. They're finding a somewhat of a rhythm. I think DeBoer has something to coach for. This team has. They want to play for this guy. I think Bama's back this week. They beat them by a ton.
Yeah, Kalen Bower definitely has something to coach for, especially with all the fans calling for him to be fired. I think the Bama wins big in this one. Another group lock. All right, Dan Ray. We got Georgia and Tennessee.
That Georgia quarterback, whatever his name, I can't think of it, Stockton, right? Something like that.
Gunner
He looked terrible the first 2 games. They struggled against I didn't think they looked too good against Marshall. Of course, Marshall lost about every player they had last year to the transfer portal, but they won 24-6 or something like that against Austin Peay last week.
Very non-impressive.
Offense looked anemic. I mean, they look terrible. I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee don't win this one big. Yeah, but I'm taking Tennessee.
I'm jumping on the train with you there. I said earlier in the podcast that I had something big for this game. Tennessee.
Wrong team favorite again, by the way. Wrong
this game
team
is at Neyland. Neyland's going to be hopping. I think Georgia starts out slow, and I think it's gonna bite them.
They just can't. I don't think they'll be able to. The Tennessee defense, I think, is better than even has been the past few years.
I think it boils down to the quarterback play here, and I think Joey Aguilar is right now a much more established quarterback, and I think they're going to be able to put up more points.
And like you said, that crowd's going to be rocking. I don't think
it's going to be loud there for sure.
I'm taking Tennessee. I think Tennessee has the potential to be a national championship football team this year. They look really good on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
Wow.
I think I'm hammering Tennessee on this one.
Ooh.
All right.
Miami, South Florida here. I'll take this one. I'll take the Rebs on this one. I'm going Miami. Miami is, they're much improved over last year on the defensive side of the ball. Carson Batts came in. He's looked really comfortable. They're able to run the ball. They're able to hit you in the mouth defensively. Get a ton of penetration on that defensive side. I just think they're going to be too much for South Florida. I know we all love a good Cinderella story, but I think it comes to an end here. I think Miami, even though it's at South Florida, Miami comes in and just completely dominates this game.
I'm an emotional football fan. I love a good Cinderella story. I think I think that USF pulls out the win in Miami.
Wow. Upset.
Cinderella Cards.
Wrong team
Cinderella
favorite.
Cards.
That's what Little C is.
Cinderella Cards.
Little Cinderella.
Little Cinderella.
I'm not sold on man. I'm not sure Cristobal at Miami is that good of a coach. I think he's a idiot. Basically, he tried to run the score up last year, and the guy fumbled the ball and ended up getting beat.
Ball lesson.
Is this, like he says, this where the Cinderella ends? I've rode South Florida the first 2 weeks. I won big on them. I'm probably still going to bet this game. The spread is almost 20 points, but that's what makes me think it's going to be a blow. I feel like they're hanging on that 17.5 out there, trying to get every Tom, Dick, and Harry to hammer South Florida. But
bullshit.
I'm taking Miami.
You're wrong.
Miami.
I don't know how. I think it'll be a close game, especially for a little while. But
I'm gonna belly laugh at all of y'all when y'all have to tell me that I'm right.
I hope you are right.
You're up for 17 right now. Before we even get to the 5th pick. LSU, Florida, guys. Florida's coming off a big loss. They're grumbled. Top shelf. They suck.
Top shelf grumbling team of the week, Florida.
The way I feel about it, if Billy Napier was really trying to save his job, he'd have done everything he could to beat South Florida.
LSU. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
LSU at night. Florida sucks.
The only thing
Napier
is,
sucks.
one thing that kind of gives me a little. That line's kind of done like the Ole Miss and Arkansas. It's been all over the place all week. It's down to under a touchdown. That kind of it's kind of fishy, but I think LSU pulls it out. I mean, like you said, does LSU ever play a game that's not at night? I mean,
no, because it's bad for rating. And let's not get started on that.
LSU is primetime football.
Go to hell, LSU.
Brian Kelly sucks. LSU sucks.
Not as bad as Billy Napier.
They smell like corned
dog.
beef and damn burnt mustard.
I'm also taking LSU big. I think that I got something for that later too.
I got something for you later.
No, you don't. I did say I was going to backdoor the Don last week. That wasn't a good. That wasn't good either.
All right, Notre Dame. Notre Dame and A&M. Give me. I'm gonna start this one. I love the Irish people. I wouldn't talk bad about Notre Dame.
Big game Seamus.
Big game Seamus. I mean, for God's sake. I haven't seen too much out of A&M. I know they didn't cover against UTEP. Not UTEP. What's the damn Road Runners?
Yeah.
Texas San Antonio.
MSMS.
Mike Elko's a good coach. I mean, hell, he won at Duke, but I don't know. A&M just goes 7-5 or 8-4 every year, no matter who's the coach or how much talent they've got. Notre Dame got them in a close game last year at College Station, but I'm going to take Notre Dame. I think it's good. I'm not sure how good Notre Dame is either, but it's at Notre Dame. Give me Notre Dame in a close one.
Is it at Notre Dame?
It's at Notre Dame, yeah.
I've been sitting here looking at this, and I haven't really had a chance to just study both teams. This is my doozy, okay? This is a coin flip. And if anyone has a coin on them, I'd be more than happy to take it. Has anyone got a quarter? A dime, a nickel?
There's about 20 people in the crowd. Somebody ought to have a damn quarter.
Round of applause, everyone. Round of applause.
I'll flip a pen.
Big Game Seamus is flipping the coin on this. Well, we don't have one. We'll flip $1. We'll flip $1. Let's go. All right.
Oh, yeah. $1 in the chat.
Heads, Carolina, and tails.
Shout out, Sir Producer.
Texas A&M.
Thank you, Sir Producer.
Look, I know all of our gambling folks have done this in a football locker room a time or two, so you know how this goes. Heads for Notre Dame. No. Heads for A&M, the away team.
Tails
for Notre Dame, the Catholics.
Cut to the chase, for God's sake.
Okay, we're going A&M. A&M for a lot. Save that dollar bill. I'll sign
a lot,
that.
he said. He flipped a coin and said it was a lot. Hell.
Dollar never lies.
You know what? I agree with the dollar. I think that Notre Dame is the most overrated team in football. I think they proved that.
Wow.
I think they proved that in the playoffs last year, and I think they proved it first game this year. They suck.
They made it to the national championship last year.
Give me A&M big. Yeah, but the college football players was terrible last year. It wasn't even enjoyable to watch.
No.
I don't know about that.
Give me A&M big.
All right, now we're going to Southern Miss and App State. We've kind of already touched on this game a little bit. I mean, App State almost lost to Lindenwood last week. Like I said, they're not their shell, their former self. I think Southern's got a good coach. Give me Southern Miss big.
Southern Miss big.
I'm going against you here. I'm going App State. I don't think Southern got it. Here, beat.
That is
somebody's
bullshit.
beat for sure. Isn't
Somebody's
it?
scratching. The worm is now eating from the other side of the
apple, folks.
I'm beat. All right. Big game Seamus is taking App State.
App State. App State.
I think I'm going to ride with the Don on this one. The Don was 6-0 last week. He's definitely good with his picks.
Thank you for the shout out.
I'm gonna take Southern. I'm gonna take Southern big. I think that's the right way to go. They looked good against State for a half of football. They looked pretty good last week. I'm going with Southern Miss.
Big crowd must be expected at the Rock.
It wasn't a very big crowd when they played State. All right, going to the last game here. South Carolina and Vandy.
Ooh.
I'll take this one. I'm not sold on South Carolina. I'm not saying they're a bad team. They can't upset some people, but
Who's sold on Vandy?
I mean, but they don't have Vandy ranked top 10 either. I mean, I think they're two even teams. The point spread is only 3 or 4 points.
I'm not sold on Vandy, but I'm sold on Diego Pavia.
I am too. I'm not sold on. I mean, Vandy got the better quarterback.
That kid has never won more than 6 games ever. Like, why are we so sold on this kid? Like,
because I've been watching him play since he played at New Mexico State. He plays as hard as a gamer.
You watched him play one game.
I watched him play
at New Mexico State, and that was at Auburn. And that's because they made us. They shoved it down our throats.
You forget about the what you call it, whatever conference that is, comes on Tuesday and Wednesday nights. I also watched him play a bunch of Tuesday and Wednesday night games. I really did. Anyway, I mean, I said this. I was like, if I need a quarterback, that's who I would get. And then I thought he could have gone somewhere better than Vandy, honestly. But
he's a glorified Tyson Lee.
Anyway, all that being said, I think it being at South Carolina, give me South Carolina a close one.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't. It's at South Carolina. They got a common opponent here. They both play Virginia Tech. South Carolina started off kind of slow. I like South Carolina's defense a lot more than I do Vanderbilt. I'm going to go. I'm going South Carolina at home or on this one. Is that South Carolina?
Yeah, that's South Carolina.
Notes are wrong. Okay. I'm going South Carolina here. Vandy can't afford to get off to a slow start like they did last week and beat an SEC team on the road. So I'm gonna go. Trust my gut here. I'm gonna go with the favorite here and take the Gamecocks.
Well, I think both of y'all are wrong. Y'all suck. Vandy has looked really good.
A lot of discrepancy here this week in the picks. We got a lot of some ups and somebody's gonna make a move.
Vandy,
I may go 9-0.
Diego Pavia looked really good the last 2 weeks of football. I think he's going to go into South Carolina and get the job done. I don't think that South Carolina has the offensive line to handle. I mean, Lenore Sellers ran for his life the whole time in the Virginia Tech game. I'm taking Vandy on this one.
Vandy does have a bunch of 4 and 5 stars on defense. I agree.
Yeah. Said no one
ever. I thought he was going to agree with that. For
Said no one ever.
Me. All right. Well, that's we'll cut to the break. That segment there was brought to you by the Butcher Block, best pieces in town, best breakfast in town.
Biscuits, bruh.
Biscuits.
All right. Coming into our next segment, we got a special guest tonight, Briar Vaughn. He's going to lead us into our hunting, fishing segment.
Hey
Briar,
guys.
how was the summer fishing report this year?
Man, it was solid. Spent a lot of time this year learning new lakes. We kind of made a switch from fishing a lot of private stuff like we used, back in the day, and spent a lot of time learning like the big 3. I mean, Bay Springs, you got Sardis, Enid right here close.
Absolutely. You spent a lot of time on Grenada?
Yeah, I did. Not as much. I mean, you spend a lot of time as a kid, just kind of recreational boating and this, that, and another, to now making the switch to, trying to fish it. And learning those big waters is a lot different than it is, fishing you small ponds and stuff.
Hey, did you catch anything good at Grenada? That's normally where I stay when I fish crappie. I mean, we didn't have that great of a year. We caught a lot of fish, but we didn't catch a whole lot of big ones. And I mean, normally you catch 2 to 3 3-pounders a day every time you swap spots.
Grenada, not so much. Well, like I said, I mean, we spent a lot of time learning Pickwick, Bay Springs mostly. Pickwick yielded pretty well. I mean, but it was a trial run this summer, more or less, just trying to figure our spots out, places you want to hit, on a repeat basis and all.
Hey, and you're right about Sardis. There are a lot of big fish in Sardis right now. There's a lot of people talking about it, and I think it's going to be found out real soon.
It is. But I found out it already has been. I mean, during the prime months there, you can't get a boat in the water.
No, I mean, the locals have that place locked down.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it.
Kyle, what's your sentiment on the summer fishing report?
I didn't do it.
All right, fair enough. All right, now we're going to roll into dove season. Briar, how'd your opening morning go?
So. I mean, kind of weary reports there for the locals. But, I mean, there's a few fields around Chihuahua. I heard some guys around Chickasaw and all had pretty good hunts. But weather, really dry. It's just been kind of dismal here lately. But now, looking forward to the second and third season, which a lot of folks really don't hunt because, it's deer season and all,
absolutely.
And people kind of aim towards more of that. But it's that I believe we're going to give it a go this time, just kind of see if maybe catch a late migratory push or something.
It seems like more birds fly in during that time just because there's less pressure on them in the fields.
And nobody hunts it really. Everybody's amped up for deer season, in which first dove season is kind of tough because it's right at the end of summer. You're kind of phasing out of that, and you're a lot of folks.
And this year we had a cold snap and a cold front come in with a bunch of rain.
Hey, good Mississippi falls fall, nothing like it.
Absolutely,
nothing like it.
Big Game Seamus, how'd your opening morning go?
It went good. We shot a 2-man between me and the wife. We got invited to the field by a guy that works with us. Shout out to Tyler Rippey and Joseph Coggin and Seth Shettles. They invited us over and had a real good shoot. I think we, as a collective group, shot about 120, which is down from what they did last year. But I think, like Briar said, you just hit on. It's been dry. Cold front coming through just kind of locked them up a little bit here on us. Moved a little bit further. Obviously, you got neighbors too. Kind of,
right. Well,
especially when they're on an illegal field, they couldn't hunt it, and all the birds were just kind of sitting on it. But outside of that, I thought we had a pretty good hunt. I think we may try it again this coming up weekend or the week after, just depending on how many sitting on there come this weekend.
And it was odd, like getting up that morning, which I know opening was Monday morning, which probably kept a lot of people at home and this, that, and another, but. It seems like in years past, like say it opens on a Saturday, you're getting up that morning, you see a lot of people at the stores, you're getting the biscuits, getting the coffee ready to roll there, but it was just kind of a dismal showing, but which I understand, opening on a Monday, which is a little odd there, but
no, I haven't missed an opening day of dove season in Lord knows how long, but me and Nina Rose stayed out a little too late at the bar that night. I missed opening morning, but I made that afternoon.
Riding around with that Nina.
You're riding around with Nina Rose. Nina Rose is our TikTok guy for anybody that don't know.
But that was, that which seemed to be the case, with most people. You're used to seeing just all kind of people buzzing around that morning, and it just didn't happen this year.
You get that long Labor Day weekend, and then by Monday everybody's partied out.
Right. But that's kind of for me, I would rather be a part of a good wing shoot as I would anything. Don't get me wrong, I love all of it, but
I disagree. I love chasing them basket bunnies.
Well, there you go, and I do too. And that's you're kind of moving forward. This time of the year, everybody's looking forward to deer food,
absolutely.
Deer plot prep and this, that, and another. But
all right, moving into opening weekend of deer season. If y'all don't know, I'm a big dog runner. I'm not as big of a still hunter, but we still got a good open outlook for this year. We've been working on food plots. We've been getting cameras out. We've been trying to get the tracking down. I've gotten a lot of good pictures early. It seems like after that cold snap, they moved a lot. Briar, how are yours doing?
Well, we just now got kind of a late start for us. We're just now got our cameras out and all, but just kind of the usual so far. But usually around here, later season is usually better. That second season,
absolutely.
December and all, things get on the ground, get to moving. A little bit more to see there, but So far, so good. I mean, deer season's deer season, you know.
Well, I mean, we all wish for a cold Thanksgiving week, especially during the opening season of dog season. You know, you want the dogs to smell good. You really want them to run hard, and you want to get that target buck early. But it just doesn't seem like it happens. This Mississippi weather keeps it hot.
Well, you just have to get out there. You know, you got to get out there and see what happens.
Big game Seamus.
Look, y'all can run them puppies and get with it and yeehaw and all that nonsense, jumping off the box on the damn toolbox and shit. I'm going to get in there with them things, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to watch squirrels do their thing. I'm going to watch birds fly, and I'm going to shoot me probably about a 100-inch 8-point, and I'm going to be tickled plumb to death over it.
Right.
Hey,
which we all
yeah.
are.
Hey, look, a 100-inch 8-point in Mississippi in general is a good deer. I mean, let's all be honest. The size of the deer doesn't matter, but the memories that you make while you're there is what matters.
I'm proud to have any of them. I do. You know?
Yeah, me and you
Either one of
both.
them I've got right there is the best one I've had.
Well, I was being completely sarcastic right then. We have Little Man coming the week before deer season opens up, which is cool.
Pretty dismal dismal outlook for you there on the season
cool.
anyway.
I can't wait for deer season.
Right.
We're going to have him in the back seat strapped into a car seat, and he's going to be clinching while Lil C's driving.
No, he can't ride with you. Absolutely not.
I wouldn't let
For
him
the obvious
either.
reasons.
So either way, I'm gonna get to hunt a little bit, not as much as I normally do. So I'm not quite as excited. I haven't done all the prep that I normally would do. I do a lot of public land hunting. I love going to the public woods. There's something about the chase, not knowing what you're gonna see and what you're gonna be
What
able
you're gonna
to shoot.
get, yeah.
It's just I've had deer leases. I've had a bunch of big deer, but I always like going over to the core land and just kind of
Hey,
winging it, old school, if you will.
Big Game Seamus is a really, really good public land hunter. He finds big deer, he puts in the work,
Which
and
is
he
not
kills them.
not an easy feat.
No,
there,
it's
too.
not easy at all.
Not easy. Not for the faint of heart.
You know, he was making fun of a 100-inch deer earlier, but anybody that can go to public land and kill a 100-inch 8-point,
Oh, yeah,
he's
you're-
definitely a legend in my
You're
book.
running around to every local store
Fred
right
Bear over here.
Fred Bear.
No, I love it. I do. I put in a lot of work, a lot of miles on the foot, walking in hills and hollers of.
As you can tell.
Yeah, you're beat. These next 10 weeks, y'all are scorched down butter beans, is what y'all are.
Yeah, that public
Yeah.
really put the edge on you there. In the
That's why
the
I
biggest
beef
loser,
up
right?
for deer season. I got, I may get lost or something,
That's right.
Right.
So, but no, I'm excited to do what little bit of hunting I can. I'm in a new hunting club this year. I hope to take down their biggest bucks as they run puppies and all that stuff. It'd be fun. May need some help getting it out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
I like getting in there and getting in the midst of all of it. I don't necessarily care for running a tank of gas through my truck to shoot a doe or nothing like that. But it's a new experience for me, and I'm kind of excited. I've never been a big dog runner, but I'm gonna get in there with y'all a little bit and see what we can do.
Oh yeah, you'll be a natural.
10-4. This is your hunting and fishing outlook by the year. Brought to you by Russell Motors. Go see Austin. He's got what you need. All right, we're back and we're rolling into the fats of the Top Shelf Grumbling podcast. Kyle is coming in at a hefty 300.4.
What a cow.
NFL Blaney is at 215 pounds, but he's 6'9", so it doesn't really count.
All muscle.
The Don is coming in at 264, even though it's all up top with chicken legs.
Very top heavy chicken legs.
And a big
Not confirmed, folks. Little C/Cinderella is coming in at a hefty 209 for his short 5'9" frame. Nina
very
Ross
hefty,
is
very hefty
coming.
for that weight, but anyway, go ahead. What's your BMI?
Nina Ross is coming in at 188, and Sir Producer Colin is coming in at 204. The winner will get a whole hog or cow paid for and slaughtered by the losers. And for that,
I'll be winning.
And for that, we're running into the What's for Dinner edition.
Well, what's for dinner? We're going to keep it. What's for supper? We're going to keep it a little light this weekend because of the contest mainly. But going to be in the Grove all day Saturday, so won't be cooking anything then. But Sunday, I'm going to do some pork chops and some asparagus with maybe baked potato. If I would decide I need some carbs after a long weekend.
Well, it's hot and it's going to be hot in the Grove. You should sweat out some of that hefty water weight up top.
I've already sweated out a lot. I'm already way ahead of the curve on this deal.
Well, cows are herbivores. I'm eating lettuce.
Oh no! I think we're gonna do all protein Saturday in up to leading to the Ole Miss game. I'm gonna be at a wedding, so I'm gonna have to sit there and watch it in the ceremony. I hate to hear it for whoever's getting married, but I will be in the ceremony watching the game.
Okay, Ronnie Coleman.
We're gonna have pork loins thrown on the grill about 10 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna have it ready. We're gonna have pork loin steaks and pork chops.
Are you gonna be cooking that macaroni and cheese you said last weekend nobody ever saw?
Well, I'll cook it, but I can't eat it.
As long as it's not okra from your wife, we're good.
Oh my God, it was slimy and raw.
All right, with all that, folks, we're gonna get into some college gambling picks this weekend. I have several games here that I'm probably gonna bet for sure.
How many do you have this week?
We're taking three. We're taking three.
Are they non-committal?
Too early to tell. No, we're just gonna do. You can do as many as you want.
Are they non-committal or committal this week?
The ones I have a few that I'm probably gonna add and put on the podcast page a little later. But I have several that I'm betting for sure that I'm gonna give to you right now, folks.
All right, let's hear it.
And by the way, the Don is moved up to 18-11 so far on college picks this year. 18-11 against the spread. That's going to be about 62 or 3%, or maybe even a little bit more than that, folks.
Hey, tonight after the NC State win, I went to 11-4 on college picks this weekend.
I call bullshit, but anyway,
that is not bullshit.
I keep no receipts.
I stay heavy on the NFL, but I held heavy on college this week, and I've gotten up good.
Well, we'll see about that come Sunday.
I just want you to know that I'm 2 weeks in, been paid 2 weeks. There's that.
Congratulations
on your. I think
everybody on the pod so far has done pretty good on being paid.
Yeah, I don't know what the record is, but I'm pretty salty.
I've been paid 3 out of 4 weeks counting the preseason. I mean, I feel pretty good about my standings.
Me too. So we're gonna get in here. I think I like Georgia Tech plus the 4 at home. I think they win the game outright. The wrong team is favored in that game.
That's a good solid bet.
I also like Bama minus 21. I know they struggled against Florida State, but
I don't like that.
I think Bama wins big. I don't think Wisconsin scores more than, like I said earlier, about 10 points. I also think in Knoxville the wrong team's favored. I think Tennessee plus 4 is a good bet. I'm going to take them. I think they win the game outright. And this is probably gonna be my favorite game of the week. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna be betting against Stanford all year in every game. They're probably one of the worst teams in football. I'm taking Boston College minus 12.5 in that game. I'm gonna take Texas Tech, who I think is one of the dark horse playoff teams. I think minus 23.5. They're playing Oregon State. Oregon State's terrible.
All right.
I'm also going to take Air Force. This may be my favorite game here, too. I'm not real sure. Air Force minus 4 against Utah State.
Air Force is the favorite game of the week?
It might be.
Well, I mean, we know.
Might be.
Dan Ray, we're tired of the non-committals. We need a committal. Let's go ahead and put it out there.
I'm on record. Everything I've got is documented.
You're on record after the fact. We need a committal. We need a committal favorite bet on the podcast.
I'm going to take
Southern Miss.
I'm going to take South Florida plus 18. I think it may be a sucker bet. I think you're hanging that 18 out there and begging people to take it.
I'm still looking for your favorite bet for the listeners. I mean, come on, let's put it out there.
I'm going to take South Florida in that game.
What a fake news.
I'm thinking about taking Vandy plus 6, but I haven't decided that yet. Also looking at Houston tomorrow night at minus 4. That's pretty much. That's a good little rundown. That's too many games to bet. That's more games I like to bet on a Saturday, but I'm taking it light this week.
But what's your favorite? You're 4-0 on favorite. Let's hear the favorite.
I ain't got a favorite yet. I ain't decided. But
you got to.
Here's my
come on, we're on a podcast. Let's decide for the listeners, Dan Ray.
I'm not decided right now. Anyway, I don't like usually betting that many games in a weekend, but and like
you're
I said,
full of cap.
This time of year, I don't know what it is about this weekend. Something's telling me to lay low. I'm betting my minimum bet on every game.
What's that? What's the minimum bet? 300?
I don't know your bankroll any more than you know mine. Whatever your minimum bet is, that's what you should take.
All right.
But anyway, like I said, I think everybody should take it easy this weekend. Put you a few bets in, but I don't know, something about the way these spreads and stuff are moving around, and I got a few games. Like I said, I told you I'm taking, but I'm not going crazy on anything this weekend. Be careful out there, folks.
All right, let's move into Little C and big game. Seamus, the only two people that take big bets out here and put committal bets out on the
My aching
podcast.
eyes.
All right, let's hear it, big game. Seamus, I'm here to see what you got to say.
Well, as everyone knows, I like big games. I like big things. I'm
There it
taking Tennessee. I'm taking the points against Georgia. Georgia has looked slaw. I'm talking about nasty slaw too. I'm talking about like KFC slaw, sweet, sour a little bit. Tennessee covers that game. They may win outright. Not a bad money line game there. Odds are right. I'm gonna take A&M in the points against Notre Dame. I know it's at Notre Dame.
That's a loser, but anyway, go ahead.
It says your non-committal bets.
You can't.
I commit to every bet I put in. Quit disparaging.
My aching ass.
Not my aching ass.
My full aching ass.
19-11 on the year and yourself.
Yeah, but you don't bet half the bets you put out.
Yes, I do.
You both suck.
By the way, every bet I put out, I do have personal money on. Get confirmed.
Confirmed, but he posted on his podcast page after he disparages
After
from
the
his
fact.
podcast.
Yeah.
Nah.
The crowd does not go wild. So, back to, I'm taking A&M. I like what Mike Elko's doing there. That program is much improved since the Jimbo Fisher era. So I'm trusting the process. I like it there. I think talent kind of takes over, just like we talked about earlier with the Miami South Florida game. Talent just oversees Notre Dame, what they got going on there. So A&M, I like the quarterback a lot better on Marcel Reed over the freshman there at Notre Dame. And Florida LSU, we
Great
can't go
research.
without. We cannot go without.
Says your orange pen on notes that nobody can read.
I can. That's all that matters.
Non-committal.
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 Not committed and committed. We'll be committed. Might be committed.
All right, big game, Seamus. Get hyped up and tell us what you feel about your big games this weekend. I mean, this is what we look for. You're the guy on this cast.
Look, Clemson, minus whatever. Daddy Dabo takes it to the house. They went out the rest of the season. Cade Klubnik's going to throw for 648 yards and 9 touchdowns this game.
Cade Klubnik is trash.
Georgia Tech, the Haynes King will be hurt by the 12th minute of the first quarter, whether or not they have the ball. Penalty-ridden Georgia Tech loses. They grumble. Top shelf type. Those
Big
are my
week.
3 games of the week.
All right, 10-4. Well, I got 4 big bets coming in, and unlike the Don's non-committal bets, I commit and I go big games. I'm going to Rebs minus 6.5. I think Austin Simmons finds his stride and puts it down.
I sure hope you're right.
Well, Lane Kiffin said it last week. He apologized to the gamblers. I think he's going to try to make up
He
for it
did
this week.
apologize.
Apology unaccepted.
Lane Kiffin is going to try to run the score up this week, and he's going to try to prove a big point. And this may be out of order, but my favorite bet of the week, I'm going to start a favorite bet with the Don. I like USF plus 18, and then I'm going to throw some crazy shit out there. We're going to parlay them in the money line and the under. Their defense is solid.
Same game parlay, huh?
Same game parlay. Their defense is rock solid. Their quarterback is good.
Rock solid as well.
I think that they give Carson Beck and Miami a big run for their money. USF by 1,000,000. I love it. Little C, little Cinderella. Here we are. I'm going to also take Tennessee money line. I said it earlier. I think they're a national championship contender. Tennessee's absolutely got the athletes to outscore anybody that they play on the field against.
Name one.
Shut up, stupid. Also, my last bet, and this is also maybe I've been hammering on the Don about non-committals. This may be a non-committal depending on.
Oh, wait a second! I mean, my God!
No, I'm just kidding. This
What
is
is
an
this, politics?
I'm just kidding. This is an absolutely committal bet. It's
I'm
LSU
just joking.
minus 7 against Florida. Florida is trash. Billy Napier sucks.
He does suck. This game's got fishiness written all over it. Don't touch it. Don't touch that Florida game.
Brian,
Do not take LSU.
Is that what that smell is outside the butcher block?
Oh no.
Or is that Dollar General?
Brian Kelly is going to lead the Tigers to a win. LSU minus 7 all day. Billy Napier sucks. Brian Kelly sucks, but I just think Billy Napier sucks worse. And that's my bets for the weekend. All right,
Thank you.
guys, and that's it for our college betting segment of the week.
The Don is on fire, folks.
Give it up for the Don's non-committal bets that he can't put out on the podcast, and give it up for Big Game Seamus and Little C for committing.
Yeah, definitely going to this week.
Congratulations, folks. Our NFL picks of the week. We're going to get started here with the Colts and the Denver Broncos. This is a very fishy line, but we're not picking the line here. But the spread is Denver -1 or +1. I'm not real sure, but Daniel Jones, like a damn Hall of Famer Sunday, he destroyed the.
Did he finally get a QB
the
catch?
Dolphins. I don't know. I mean, quarterbacks get a second chance all the time, and a lot of them.
Yeah.
Make good of that second chance.
Sometimes folks don't pan out. They go to a place. It's not that they're a bad quarterback or they're a bad player, but they just don't mesh with the person who's trying to teach them or coaches.
Your coach may be an idiot, or
exactly.
A lot of this stuff, like
I still don't like Daniel Jones, to be honest.
Look at these quarterbacks. I mean, the last couple. I mean, Mahomes. He got
lucky.
He went the 10th pick overall. I mean, he got Bo Nix. He got in a good situation involved, and he wasn't a highly drafted player. I mean, he was highly drafted. He wasn't like a top 5 pick or anything. Got in the right situation. He looked very good. With all that being said, I'm taking Denver in a close one, but I wouldn't count out the Colts. They looked very good week 1, and I took a loss on that game. By the way, I had the Dolphins, and it was not good. Give me the Broncos over the Colts.
All right. Well, we're going to pop in real quick. We're going to introduce NFL Blanny here. He was here a couple episodes ago. He's going to be in here with some insight with his NFL prowess.
And we're 4-1 on the pick'em last week.
Yeah.
By the way, now his bets were
Darren's a little aggressive, just coming right into the picks. So we're going to introduce our new person here on the podcast.
Welcome, Blanny.
Welcome, Blanny. Yes, absolutely. All right, Darren, back to you. Don's got some more picks he wants to start off with, I believe.
No, we're picking the game. We're picking the games. I picked Denver, so it's on Kyle.
All right, down to Big Game Seamus here.
Look, Daniel Jones looked like Darren said, a Hall of Famer. I still think he sucks. So I'm trusting what they're doing in Denver. I'm taking Bo Nix this week. Bo Nix is going to win this game himself. I think his legs play a big toll in this one.
I like that.
Denver.
He gets Evan Ingram back, by the way, too. He had a calf injury and got out in the second quarter, I think. But I think he's going to come back, and he might be a factor.
Give me the horses.
I've got him on the fantasy team.
But which horses? The Broncos. I go Broncos.
The Broncos.
I was going to say, which horse? Battle of the horses.
He's going Broncos. All right. I'm just facilitating here. So, Blaney, let's go with your picks as well, too, this weekend.
I'm going with the Broncos.
The what?
Minus the Broncos.
The Broncos.
Blaney on the Broncos. Blaney's on
Minus
the Broncos.
-1.5. I liked what they did last week. Their defense is very good. Bo Nix played like crap, but
I concur.
This week,
He did play like crap.
I don't believe in the Colts. I think the Dolphins are terrible.
No.
So,
Yeah, their defense.
Well, they're usually pretty good until they're usually pretty.
They're good offensively. They've been trash defensively for years.
The Dolphins are usually pretty good on offense, especially until Tua gets hurt. And he was healthy last week, and he looked awful.
I was gonna say he looked like he was in great health and in terrible form.
Okay, we're gonna go into the next game here. Kansas City and Philadelphia Super Bowl rematch.
I'm nervous.
Philly destroyed. Let's be honest. Philly destroyed Kansas City in the Super Bowl. I couldn't believe it. Really. Kansas City tried to reach over their O-line, but they didn't look worth a damn. Week 1. Philly looked really good. And originally, I had Kansas City picked in this game, but I have changed. I think Philly's going to win this game. It's at Kansas City. Give me Philly.
I'm scratching. Look.
Well, we're looking at.
Look.
I don't see Mahomes.
I think Joe Biden said, "Look."
No politics.
Observation only.
Look, if Mahomes goes to 0-2, we write him off.
Write him
I don't
off.
see that happening. I don't
We're
see.
not gonna write him off if he goes 0-2, but I mean, I don't see it. It might not happen, but
If they go 0-2, you might have to.
well, he sucked. He got thrown over the damn wall. I mean,
Okay, how many times has he lost back-to-back games in his career? I don't know what the stat on this, but I guarantee you it's less than one.
Yep.
It may be one, but I guarantee it's not more than one.
So you're picking Kansas City?
He's picking
Chiefs.
the Chiefs. He's going with the Chiefs.
They're coming
guys.
down the
And
trail of
NFL Blaney,
tears
what say
looking
you?
for someone.
All right, NFL Blaney, what do you got on this one?
I have the Eagles.
Eagles?
Yes.
NFL Blaney with the
I have no
Eagles.
bet in
Have
it,
the
but I'm going with the Eagles as well too.
I think they're the best team
They're
in the NFL.
to me, they look the most
I
sound.
said it last week.
It's sound football.
Jalen
They
Hurts,
ran the
Jalen
ball.
Hurts,
They
Jalen
passed the
Hurts.
ball. They looked like Alabama from like 2012. They just absolutely were. I mean, they moved the ball. They moved the
Well
ball
coached.
in every
I mean, they just
in
played
every
good
facet
football.
of the game. They looked comfortable. You know, AJ Brown was reading his book because he was not getting thrown to.
But the Cowboys had
all.
a chance to win that game.
But yeah,
And
They
played a
didn't.
very
played a
sloppy
really good
game.
game.
On the road,
Cowboys
still
played
had
a
a
really
chance
good
to win that game.
They
This
did.
game is in Arrowhead.
they did.
But that was a good test. I think the Cowboys are.
The
good
Cowboys,
team.
yeah, they are.
They're
they
a
are.
good team in the
They are.
regular season.
They are.
I don't think
And they,
they're
like I
terrible,
said,
but opening game, coming off a Super Bowl, getting a
I
Super Bowl
know.
I mean, they're
ring.
giving.
I just
But the eye test, though, he looked pretty good.
probably should have won that game. I just
All right, but I'm moving on to Atlanta and Minnesota.
The Don moves on. The Don
I don't like
moves on.
talking about the Cowboys. It makes my blood boil. I don't want to
He
keep it
doesn't
short
want to
and
talk
sweet.
about it anyway.
at least you got some.
We were just talking about how the Philly, the Eagles were a great football team. We weren't talking about the Cowboys. Thank you.
But, you know, all the Cowboys haters, they can't keep opening their mouth talking about NFL. They will bring the Cowboys up.
That's true.
You
All right.
know.
Moving
Anyway,
on to your next.
Atlanta and Minnesota.
oh Lord,
Atlanta, Minnesota.
This is also kind of a fishy spread to me. It's at Minnesota. The spread is only 3 points.
Michael Penix,
Atlanta lost a close game to Tampa Bay on Sunday. And Penix looked pretty good. I think he had 3 or 4 touchdowns, no picks. He threw the ball. He had like 45 pass attempts.
He
but,
did.
Minnesota's got one of the best rockers in the league. They proved it last year. McCarthy made a believer out of me Monday night. I was sitting there watching. I said, look, this is before he even had that big fourth quarter. They were trailing 17-6 at the time. He looked good to me even before he had that big run in the fourth quarter. Like I was not sold on him coming out of college, but he looked very good.
I agree with you on that.
I don't know why this spread is only 3 points. I mean, I think Atlanta's probably maybe a little better than folks think, but
Well, we've seen NFL, point spreads constrict. I mean, they've gotten smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller over the years. I mean, it's just like you said, parity in college
and
football.
the Vikings are always tough at home. You know, they blow that big loud ass horn every time somebody scores.
Yeah.
Anyway, give me the Vikings in a close one on that one. Big game, Seamus. What say you?
I say you're a dummy. I'm going Falcons. Sole reason, Atlanta looked much better offensively than the Vikings did. The Vikings looked kind of terrible for 3 quarters. They picked it up in the fourth quarter.
Boy, 20 points. That really is a
They did.
big deal.
JJ.
But I don't think they get a chance to start off slow against the Falcons here. The Falcons are literally 9th in total yards. They only give it 268 to Tampa Bay last week in a very veteran group that they've got there. So based solely off of that, I think the passing game is really struggled for McCarthy. He didn't get a lot going through the air. I'm taking Penix and a big game here on the road.
Yeah,
This is a Sunday night game, correct? I think it is.
It is a Sunday game.
Yes, NBC. Yes.
As
All right.
much as I love
And you're
Penix,
Atlanta, Kyle. You're Atlanta, right?
NFL
I'm Atlanta,
Blaney.
but not
He's
Blaney.
going NFL. NFL Blaney has got
You
the-
were an Atlanta
I know.
guy here.
I'm still with Atlanta.
Yeah,
believe his
Super Bowl
first-
contender.
I'm
according
still
to
with them.
NFL Blaney's first words on the podcast was,
At ATL
Falcons.
or something like.
I believe he just
Falcons.
whispered Falcons into the mic.
Still with them.
Very sensually, I might add.
I like the Vikings this game, though.
Playing with the Vikings.
The
He
Vikings.
spurs his love.
Minus 3.5 and the over 44.
No,
He
save
spurns-
save
he
that
spurs
over.
Two of my
the Falcons.
picks.
Save that over for later.
Look
Save that over for later for the little bit later in this segment.
What was it, leftovers?
We're not picking gambling picks yet. We're just picking the games. Gambling picks comes a little
Okay,
later.
you're right.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Just picking the games. We're just picking the games.
Thanks for keeping up, Chad.
Shout out to Sir Chad.
All right, moving on here to Tampa Bay and Heat. We have 2 Monday night games this weekend. By the
we
way.
love it.
Yes,
we
sir.
do. Pod recap that night.
They should have 2 Monday night games every Monday. By the way, but that's neither here nor there.
That's nice. I love Monday night reaction.
Tampa Bay and Houston. We have. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay here. Houston did not look very good.
Didn't.
Week 1.
Tampa Bay didn't either.
The Rams are still. They got the win though. The Rams are still like Stafford's not healthy. A lot of folks are not healthy, and they still pretty much dominated Houston in that game. Houston's O-line, from everything I've read and heard, looked lousy. Give me Tampa in a blowout here.
C.J. Stroud, he was over there bouncing the basketball.
I give you a ton of shit here, but I think this is the year that Tampa Bay wins that division. Baker.
Did they win it last year as well?
Agreed.
Baker's D1. I think this is the year that this is his best chance.
And Baker's a good quarterback.
He looks comfortable. He looked really comfortable the last half of the last season. He's got a good group there that he communicates with there.
Yeah.
And I think that they put his full trust in him. He don't have to throw big. He don't have to do all that. They got a pretty balanced offense.
He makes stuff happen.
They got pretty good
He
defense.
makes plays happen. It's not,
he's not going to put up a ton of numbers, but he's gonna give you a chance to win a game. And I think in that, I think his veteran appearance there is.
Agreed.
We're gonna take them over.
Blaney, what NFL Blaney? What do you think?
So Kyle, you're on Tampa. I mean, we went too clear there. You kind of
Lindy, but I'll go with Tampa.
Lindy.
I personally
I think the word is
that the Buccaneers are the better team. I said it last week. Texans are the best team in that division.
That's not saying very much. Well,
And I
hey,
said
can I say something? I want to bring this up.
Come on.
We were talking about that division, the Texans division, and we said something about the Colts winning, and we all laughed. The Colts
right.
We did laugh.
Daniel
Jones really laughed.
They got a chance to win that division. I mean, as bad as Houston.
That's one game in. Everybody's
I'm sorry, NFL, man. Continue.
Lost his train of thought here.
Yeah.
Houston, Tampa Bay.
He lost his train of thought.
Either
The Don
way,
has interrupted NFL Blaney.
I am taking the Texans to win that game.
Okay.
What's the spread on that game?
2.5.
2.5.
I'm taking
2.5.
to the home team,
because-
Houston's.
I don't know. C.J. Stroud, he's not impressed me.
Speaking of
He don't have
That's why I
offensive
said
line.
not
He's not
it doesn't
I
matter.
like the Texans to win
Last
that
year he
division,
did impress
but-
me. He impressed me
he
very
did,
much.
'cause he
last
had
year.
time. If any quarterback can impress you if they've got 8
That's
seconds to throw the ball. If you've got
Good movie, by the way, 8 seconds.
What do you always say? He ain't got time to poop. That's Dan Ray
He
Walls,
does not have
the Dan
time
the
to
Don
poop.
Walls. He ain't got time to poop. That's what he say. But
All
no,
right,
CJ Stroud ain't got time to
But
poop.
yeah, I
right
like
now.
the Texans to win that game and to cover.
Well, I think Blaine has
here
got the
for
red eye. He's rooting against Tampa Bay, so he's going to pick against them. Okay, moving on. Raiders and the Chargers, the second of the 2 Monday night games. The Raiders, they got Pete Carroll in the offseason. They look pretty good week 1. They may be a surprise team. The Chargers may be.
Chargers may be legit.
I think they're a top 4 or 5 team in the league. I think they're really good. Give me the Chargers in this one.
So you go back to last week, we picked division winner Super Bowl. I know for a fact I took the Chargers to win that division, and I stand by that. They're a really
that's a
good
good
football
pick.
team.
They're complete team.
Herbert's got a
They got a
super
one-game
fine
lead.
girlfriend. It's electrifying. We're going Chargers. I'm going Chargers here.
Chargers.
NFL Blaney, what say you?
I'm going to go with the Chargers to win the game, but I like what the Raiders are doing.
Yes, they're
Pete
not going to be
Carroll.
bad.
No.
Geno
Pete
Smith,
Carroll's
great
one of the great
quarterback.
Almost threw for
Everybody knows it.
400 yards.
They
last
got,
week?
they got
Something
Brock
like that.
Bowers. I mean, they're
Injury to Brock Bowers. Though.
Brock
Brock
Bowers
Bowers got injured. Did he not?
When he got a little bit last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
I thought I saw where he was probable.
He was probable,
Yeah.
but he, that's a thing that starts in the NFL. You start getting,
you don't
all
wanna
right, you
see
got an
that
injury here.
week
All right,
one.
he's probable in the first week, and then that kind of can.
He's
You
probable.
have Genty in fantasy this
Genty,
week.
I'm gonna say Genty is averaging 2 yards a carry.
He is.
He's got a touchdown. I don't know if that's. I didn't watch that game. Didn't get a chance to watch it. We had a golf tournament. I don't know if that's lack of offensive line, if that's lack of hitting holes. I don't see him not hitting holes. Well. I mean, he was so good last year in every game he played. So I would assume, like I said, didn't get the chance to see it, but I would assume that's offensive line not being able to run the football. But they're throwing it. And, Geno Smith had 362 yards last week. He did throw one pick, but outside of that, played pretty solid.
Geno made him look a lot better.
They got to pick up the run game. They pick that run game up, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I didn't watch it.
Pete Carroll,
line play.
Where's Reggie Bush when you need him?
Your line play's got to make for Anderson Genty.
So how y'all's Super Bowl picks look week one?
Mine?
I had the Green Bay and the Bills. They couldn't look much better than what mine looked.
Absolutely.
Green Bay is.
Did I have?
And I picked the Bills to win it, but if I had to do it over again, I would probably pick the Packers. Man, the Packers look like they don't have any weaknesses. Their defense is good. Quarterback, running back, receivers, O-line, D-line. I mean,
they looked impressive.
As long as they don't have any big, they beat a good Washington team tonight. As long as they don't have any big injuries.
It's hard to say that the AFC West doesn't have a Super Bowl contender there.
I know you're right. It's going to be this.
Is the Broncos?
No, certain years, certain years in the NFL are better than others. And I think this is going to be a really, really good
it's gonna
NFL
be
year.
You're going to see a whole lot of 14 to 3s. And
good football being played. There's a bunch of good quarterback play, too, I think.
You get to 12 wins this year in the NFL, you've had a pretty damn good year.
NFL play says no on the quarterback play. No, NFL
quarterback terrible. This week.
Bo Nix has been
you just said the Denver Broncos.
Joe Burrow only threw for like 130 passing yards.
Yeah. I'm starting to worry he's speaking of injury prone.
Terrible.
Joe Burrow is more worried about what he's wearing into the stadium than he is actually playing football.
Mm-hmm. You think so?
There's a life after football,
his performances
could be it.
From his performances in the past, I don't know, 12 games. In the past 12 games, Joe Burrow has not done lots of things that have been just exceptional. He's been a ho-hum quarterback for the last 12 games, dating back to last year.
Look, I'm not.
Is that not?
I don't dislike the guy.
Yeah.
He had one good year in college, great year, fantastic year, but look at the weapons he had.
Yeah.
He had a really good year in the NFL.
He's had more than one good year in the NFL. My question is, can he stay healthy? He's gotten hurt a lot of times.
Joe Burrow is on Matt Ryan.
That's part of the game. You have to stay healthy.
You have to stay focused.
That's part of it, yeah. Staying healthy is a big part of it.
getting knocked out every other game, if he didn't count that, he'd be one of the best damn quarterbacks ever walked through the NFL.
What do you think about staying focused as part of the actual not getting hurt part?
Yeah.
I mean,
getting hurt is a big deal.
If you're just going through the motions and I'm wearing Gucci and all that stuff to them, that's more important than playing the football, then you're not focused enough to maybe not get hurt. I mean, that's we're not going to talk about it, Cam Newton. Hats don't matter. Hats don't matter.
What about hair?
High hats. I mean, you've high-hatted folks.
No. No. Let's move on. I got some.
What's up next? Let's go.
Probably the little last segment, of our little NFL segment here. We're going to do favorite bets of the weekend, NFL.
Grumbling, top shelf.
Not a lot of favorite NFL bets out there.
I don't like betting NFL near as much as I do. I don't do near as good in NFL.
No.
It's hard.
Yeah.
But
it's sharper than college football.
But
I'll start this off. I'll be more than happy to start this off. I'm going under 40.5 points on Saints 49ers. Saints suck. 49ers are starting Mac Jones. He's garbage. How he ever made it outside of a Division III is beyond me.
It's Alabama.
And I mean that no pun intended.
Alabama, of course.
Well, the Saints only average like 12 points.
You got paid immediately.
Well, that line is 40.5. I don't think either team gets us. I mean, I literally see like a 10-7 game at best.
Right.
10-3.
Yep.
I love that. Also, if you're a teasing type of guy, tease that over.
Don't tease nothing.
I love to tease.
They call it a teaser for a reason.
The Don fires in a bet alert.
Speaking of, I want a teaser tonight with the NFL game. Don't tease nothing, but thank God I did.
Don't tease anything.
Especially your wife. You'll lose. I'm going Cowboys over Giants unless they make a big change at quarterback and get something going. That offensive line stands no chance. I don't see the Giants scoring more than 10 points here. The Cowboys offense looked really good against the Eagles. Great defense there. I take that. That's a 10-point game minimum. Also, if you're in the teasers, that would be a good one to put one in there. And I'll take one more bet, okay? Y'all here for this one?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm taking Rams minus 5.5 at the Titans. I don't think the Titans just don't look very put together.
Offense looks bad.
You know,
defense is like
A lot of moving parts.
It is.
Personally, I thought Cam Ward
when you say a lot of moving
good,
parts, it's like what's Will
Cam
Levis
Ward
doing?
was 12 of 28.
I understand
He's
that.
got a chance to be.
He didn't turn the ball over.
Calvin
but he-
Ridley had a couple chances.
He shows some potential for sure.
Calvin really had
But
3
he
drops.
throws up.
He had 3 drops. Calvin really had 3 drops.
What's
He had a total of 4
Who's the
receptions
other
for
guy that
27
throws the
yards.
ball
They're not
real
throwing
fast?
the ball down the field. They're not doing all
Well,
that.
it's the equivalent of having like
Joe
you know,
Milton. Who throws the ball
Cam
real
Ward,
fast?
Cam Ward has no weapons around him. So if he doesn't, it doesn't matter how good he is. If they can't catch the
That's
ball, if
right.
they can't
Hey.
move the ball.
I mean,
it
you're
doesn't
talking
matter.
about less than a touchdown here. And you got Matt Stafford. You got Kyron Williams that's running the football. You got Puka Nacua that was 10. He had 10 receptions on 11 targets, which is getting open. That is nothing but getting
That's
open.
And the
Absolutely,
Rams,
Wide
are
open, by
the
the way.
Rams have a lot of weapons
And-
on
Love the
offense.
Rams.
they do have him.
Their
So-
receiver, I mean, they got some.
They sent Adam Thielen to Minnesota.
I just want you to know the
They got
Titans
some
had
more.
183 yards of total offense last week.
Nice
100
Google.
and-
That's incredibly
That's not
terrible.
Google. That is common knowledge.
It is
Learn
common
it.
knowledge.
So who is that? So say them again. Your bet.
So I've got the Rams giving the points at 5.5, and these lines are subject to change. I'm taking them right now. Rams minus 5.5. Taking the Cowboys minus 5.5. I'm taking under in the Niners and Saints. That's
Subscribe.
And folks, also remember every
Subscribe.
bet we give you, we're also betting that ourselves.
Yeah,
we're
those
not
are-
giving
those
this
things are
out for
happening.
I've already
funsies.
actually
Oh,
taken
yeah,
these.
these
They're
are
already.
There's
definitely
action being
subscribe.
happening.
We're
There's
locked
action
in.
happening.
Okay, it's not fake news. We're taking them.
Straight
All
up.
right. And we got anything else going on for this NFL segment?
Yes, I have 3 bets I'm going to give.
3
And then,
bets.
I like Tampa Bay. I think they roll the Texans. I'm going to agree with Big Game Seamus here. I'm a Cowboys fan. You know, I hate it.
Hoorah!
I just got a feeling the Giants, they're not there yet. Give me the Cowboys big
Do they
in that one.
start? Do they start dark?
No,
No, they're not going.
They're
to.
not starting dark.
no.
When do
I've
we
seen
see
lots
them?
of videos
And
of
then
him
give
walking
me-
around
At
Jackson
0-4,
Dark
they make
talking
a
to
decision.
him.
And give me
0-4?
At
I
0-4,
hate
they
the
make a
internet.
decision.
in the third game. Give me the Eagles. I think the Eagles roll.
According to the
That's my 3
air
pack.
quote internet. If you're not watching this on YouTube, it's a air quote internet. All right. By the way, for a second, if y'all want to subscribe, give us a like here on YouTube. We really appreciate that. We're just out here hanging out. We enjoy this. We're having a good time. If y'all
Yeah.
wanna give us a
Special
like.
guests coming soon, by the way. We're working on
Subscribe.
some special guests. I know
We're
we're
Call
working on
ins.
some
Call ins coming
call-ins.
soon.
Collins coming soon as well.
Everything. No,
Absolutely.
We
But
appreciate
anyway,
y'all.
the Don's NFL bets are the Bucks, Cowboys, and Philadelphia.
Give it
Those
to
are my
us.
3. Blaney, what do you have?
Best bets for Sunday. I like the Broncos minus 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
The Broncos 1.5.
Fishiest line of the week. That's a very fishy
You took the
line.
only fishiest line of the week.
Yeah.
It ain't the only one, but that's one
I mean,
of
it's
them.
not the only, but it's the most fishy.
And then the Texans.
He's a Bo Nix fan.
Say that a little louder.
The
Who?
Texans.
I'm a Bo Nix fan. That
That's the
was
only
him.
two?
Sorry.
You only got 2 bets.
For now.
You got
I
one more.
wanna
Pick
hear-
one more. Let me give us one more.
Well, you didn't gotta have one. That's fine.
We should have NFL Blaney
Pick
on
one
the
for safe
non-committal.
All right.
The
Safe
Don.
man.
Panthers
You've got
and the
one.
Cardinals under 44.5.
Okay, yeah.
That's going to be my 3 picks.
And who's the other one?
All right.
Cardinals defense is looking pretty
Cardinals under
okay.
44.5.
They're not just like tearing it up. I think they
Top
struggled a
three
little bit
right there.
earlier, but
I watched the Cardinals some against the Saints that first game. They looked pretty good for a while. Let the Saints get back
Broncos.
in it.
Broncos
Texans.
minus 1.5.
Broncos, Texas minus 2.5. Panthers under 44. Or Cardinals under 44.5.
Yep.
All right, folks. That's our NFL segment of the week, and
Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate
you.
y'all. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Lawn Hub, Price Cutter, Russell Motors, Butcher Block Restaurant, and Wilder Fitness. You can find us anywhere you get your podcast. Now on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Thanks for listening.